the Lazy Surfer app. This is really a genius idea. Still a lot of work that needs to go into this app, but it is so smart. It's run by one man who's working on it part-time, so obviously he can't make all the changes that I suggested straight away, but I have been constantly using the app for about 3 months now, giving him feedback, and I just think it's an overall genius idea. So basically how this app works is every time you go surf, you're going to rate your session out of 1 through 5 stars. Based on how you rate that session, this app is going to collect the data and predict when your next great session might be. So say I go surf at spot X and I have so much fun and I give it a 4-star rating. Next time that the buoy reading is similar to that 4-star rating, the app is going to let me know. This app was designed to make sure that you never miss out on a good surf session. It does take time to log a lot of sessions. Up to 5 sessions at one spot can get a good gauge of your preferences, and therefore you need to spend some time putting data into the app before it can start predicting your sessions. I surf a lot of different places all the time, so it would take a really long time for me to thoroughly log and get all the data that would help make this app exactly what it needs to be for me. But the overall idea is so smart. So next time that I want to go surf, I don't even need to check the forecast. I can just wait for the app to tell me when it's going to be good. Maybe I'm sitting at my desk working one morning and I get a notification from the app that says, hey, Elle, it was 5 stars last time you surfed here, and it looks like it's going to be 5 stars again. You should go surf at 11 a.m. tomorrow, or you should go surf in 1 hour from now. So my thoughts on this app still needs a few things added to it. When it comes to a surf forecast, there's a lot of details, so it can get really complex. I can't just rate a session out of 5 stars because there's certain factors that are going to influence those 5 stars. So what I suggested, you put multiple rankings of 5 stars. One for wave quality, one for the conditions, one for like how good the tide was. So it's not quite as simple as just 5 stars. So sometimes the waves are really good, but if there's only one set every hour, it might not be worth your time, especially if you're on a strict work schedule and you only have an hour to surf during lunch. I also suggested that instead of the 1 time slot option, that he gives at least 2, because maybe I surf from 9 a.m. to 12 if it's really good. And maybe the first hour of that session is not that great, but then as the tide was dropping out, it got better. So I think it's unrealistic to only have 1 timestamp, because the way that the waves are, 1 hour might be different from another hour if you're surfing a very tide sensitive spot, or if the swell is filling in, or stuff like that. This app has a lot of fun features. You can share your sessions with your friends. It does, however, only work in the United States. And I really do like the feature that allows you to choose your own spot, like just by dropping a pin. So maybe you're surfing a wave that's not typically on Surfline or something like that. It will just pull the nearest buoy forecast closest to that spot in order to determine which forecast and which conditions you just surfed in. That was another thing I suggested for him to add. When you're typing in surf spots, there should be a drop-down menu immediately of surf spots that are maybe already on Surfline or something like that. My experience with this app was pretty good. I did have 1 or 2 sessions before I even had enough data in the app, which was pretty surprising to me, that it told me to surf at a certain spot, and I was pleasantly surprised by the surf that I actually ended up getting. It has been a pretty slow couple of months in California, so unfortunately I couldn't fully put this app to the test. But I did as much as I possibly could with not so great waves. I think there's still a lot of work to go into this app, but the idea is very, very, very good. I think they're really on to something here. This app also has a lot of really great data when it comes to the forecast. Like, it shows you a lot of things that you don't always get on one forecast app. So it's kind of combining all of the apps. Like, I always jump from a couple different forecast apps depending on where I am in the world, and this app kind of combines everything, so it's all in one place, which is super nice. I think it's an amazing idea, and I had a really fun time testing it out. So hopefully I come back with a part 2 review of the updated version of this app next time I'm in California, and hopefully it has all these new features, because like I said, this app is really on to something.